What's up guys, my name is Daedric Sheep and I wanted to make a video that shares what I think is absolutely essential to any Dino deck. Now this isn't a deck profile, this is a basic combo tutorial and sharing basically as an intro to people who maybe don't know the deck super well, how you should be thinking about the deck. Even just beyond the two basic combos I'm going to share with you, this is going to show you how to build your combos with this deck and why the deck works, in my opinion, the way it's supposed to. And I'm going to show you what is most important. So it's going to be obviously 3 of your normal summon searcher and combo maker. If this card didn't have the search effect and the destruction effect, it wouldn't work. I'm also not going to go too in-depth in just explaining what each card does. You can look that up on your own. Miscellaneous Source, it is what is going to take your plays from being, I have cards on the field, to I have monsters on the field. I have threats on the board. Or you have it in your grave saying, I am going to make a play later unless you can kill me now. It is an incredibly powerful card. This is going to help you make your rank 4s. That's really its only purpose. If you draw this, it's basically a Garnet, but you can get it out of your hand pretty easily and do other things. So it's not as bad as it otherwise could be, thank God. 3 baby, absolutely necessary, not only because you play 3 of it in a particular combo that matters, but just because it is what allows the deck to be so goddamn consistent and get monsters out for and being so free. You play 1 or 2 Petite Pteranodon. I play 1 just because of room. I opted for other things, but it is it serves the purpose of Baby Cerosaurus at the very start of your combo. And so at that point, it effectively serves as another one, but later on in the game, it basically is useless. But if you draw it instead of a baby with your initial combos, it works just as well. So playing 2 of it is just fine. 1 Jirac Alio, because it's important for your 2-card combo that lands you on VFD, which I'm going to talk about in just a minute. This is kind of the question that prompted me to make this video. Why is Alio important? And you can either run this, or I've seen a version that runs a level 3 Jirac tuner. I don't know exactly how that deck works, and I kind of want to dig into it, but I'll talk about that at the end of the video. 3 Fossil Dig to literally search out all of this, because why wouldn't you? Yeah. So I'm going to quick lay those out. Yeah. And then you have your True King engine, because this is, I feel like if you're not playing this, you're not playing the deck to its full potential. Landing on VFD is just so goddamn strong. You're going to play 3 of the one that you either A, can attack with, or B, most easily use to facilitate your strong combos. You can either play 1 or 2 or 3 of this. It's entirely up to you. I play 2 of it just so I never draw 2. But even if you draw 2, obviously that's fine because they can use themselves. But I feel like I would never need the 3rd. The 3rd for me hasn't, even when I was like testing it with a proxy, never came up in any meaningful way because it's only got 1900 attack, a 3k booty, and I don't play 2 VFD. Maybe I should. Maybe that's a flaw in my deck building. I've been considering it, but meh. And to make, like, the reason this engine is good is because Draconic Diagram. You pop your babies for free, and so long as your opponent doesn't have Ash or Ghost Ogre, you're going to go off. And I feel like this is, as long as this is at 3 or even at 2, this deck is incredibly playable. I only play 2 because I'm not really too excited to get the 3rd. You have enough consistency playing 3 Terraforming, possibly a set rotation because I also play Lost World. And so that makes set rotation live, which is a 4th Terraforming, and that's incredibly good. And then this is obviously important to play just for, getting a free length 3 monster. That's just really good. Now, I'm not showing a lot of other stuff that could very easily be considered important. Those aren't important, though, for the combos of the deck, because this is a combo-heavy deck, and that's incredibly important. If you don't have the combos, all you have is boss monsters. Boss monsters in this meta do not win games in and of themselves. At the very least, for most decks, you need some way, to get to a board that threatens your opponent directly and says, I'm going to build later. And just sitting on a Ulti-Conductor that you can summon off of Double Evolution Pill, or having the, where'd it go? Oh, having that Survival's End. These are just power plays. These aren't combo pieces, so that's not what I'm going to be talking about today. In terms of combo extenders, Foolish Burial and Soul Charge, obviously just really important to play. They can fix your kind of odd combos into something that's definitely more workable. But they don't really. But the other two, you know, having the UTC, having the Ulti-Conductor, and having the Survival's End, they don't further your game state in terms of combo building, and so that's not important for today's purposes. Now, I was talking about the 2-card combo, which is what I was initially asked about. The 2-card combo is having a baby and having a diagram. That is it. This turns into a VFD, and I'm going to quick show you how. You have the baby in hand. I'm going to use these for hand because you don't really play a lot of back row. You have the baby. You pop it in hand, so that goes to grave. I'm just going to put that there. Fuck it. The baby, the diagram will search the Fire True King, and the baby is going to summon this. This is going to search you yet another baby, which you are going to normal summon. After you normal summon the baby, use Overraptor effect to pop it, summon it back, obviously in defense mode, which is going to this trigger, which gets you a, there it is, Miscellaneous Source. Now, from here, you're going to destroy these two with Agnimazad, summoning this. Now, you're going to want to work on your placements. That might matter a bit, especially as the game develops into what looks like it's going to eventually develop into something where positioning matters a lot. It doesn't currently, but you don't want to accidentally fuck yourself over, so definitely practice this. Because it definitely matters for the 4-card combo. It's kind of easy to say, wow, I really fucked up. But you have that. The baby Sarasaurus is going to proc, grabbing you a Giant Rex. You are then going to banish your Miscellaneousaurus to summon Aleo. Synchro 4, Synchro 9 technically, but Synchro 4, Trish. Overlay into VFD. That's the 2-card combo. It's very easy to understand. It's relatively easy to stop, admittedly, because you do a lot of searching, but it is important to know. And it's why Aleo still matters in this deck, or a tuner of some sort. I feel like this version of the deck is the most consistent, although I don't totally understand the other variants of the deck that have been otherwise played. So I am going, if someone wants me to look at those, I will. I absolutely will, and I will dig into them and give a combo tutorial on those. Now, the 4-card combo is essentially what the deck used to be able to do, ending on VFD and Logia before, it was before Master Rule 4. I actually was able to develop this with my younger brother. He gave me some inspiration with his, in terms of like understanding how the deck is supposed to function. I already had the combo down, but having a more theoretical understanding of it and a mechanical understanding of it was really helpful, because he was able essentially to do the same thing. This combo lands you on VFD and Logia. His combo ended him on, oh god, what was it? It got him the Decode Talker, the Bahamut Shark and Toad. That's what I got him. And the combo is going to include in hand Diagram, either of the True Kings, which is why playing 3 of each is not that bad. You can either open the fire or the water. I'm going to show the fire here because it's the least obvious how to go about it. Then you also open, I believe it's Baby or Overraptor and Miscellaneousaurus. Really the only card that kind of fucks this combo up is drawing Giant Rex. That's what's going to screw you up here more often than not. But if you have something like this, this is going to get you VFD Logia with a Decode Talker. So you're going to play that. Pop the Baby as earlier. Baby is going to summon Overraptor. Overraptor is going to search. Another Baby. This previously searching you the other True King, obviously. Forgot to do that. Anyway, normal summon the baby. Pop it. Baby is going to summon you a Giant Rex. Trying to remember how this works here. You are then going to not synchro, but link summon. Decode Talker. Hangmimizad. Pop these two. Summon. The water is going to summon you one of the fires. Exit here for VFD. And then you have the Miscellaneousaurus and the Giant Rex, as well as two others engraved, so you can banish 4 to summon another Oviraptor. Summon Giant Rex. And drop Lagia. And that's an incredibly powerful board. That it just is. So right here, you have why the deck used to be so insane. You don't need the Danglong, you don't need all that extraneous stuff. There are still a lot of other combos that this deck has the potential for. Those are the two main ones that you need to be making sure, like, if you can go for it, that should be your goal. And I can post another video. I didn't want this to get too long, but I can do another video with this variant of my deck, doing just like hand testing and combo testing, just to like see, hey, can I do anything with this? Can I do anything with this? But that would be rather specific to my version of the build. But it would maybe help to show you what kind of things you can identify, and while you're working through your combos, even just as you're playing them, because they're not incredibly linear all the time, but just looking at them and having someone show you this is how they do it, that might be helpful. I don't know. If that's something you want to see, let me know down in the comments below. I would also be more than happy to test other people's versions. If you want to see me test your variant of the deck, or a variant that topped, because obviously this is just my preference in how I want the deck built. But if you want to see me test a full deck that tops, I would absolutely be more than happy to do that. It would involve me proxying the cards, just because I don't like playing online and my computer can't handle like recording a shit ton. So, you know. But that is it for the day. I hope that was somewhat helpful in terms of understanding like what you want to be looking for with True King Dinos. I do think that True King Dinos is the way to go. Lithogasm did not kill this deck. I saw someone in the Dino group saying that without Lithogasm, True King Dinos doesn't function. That is just incredibly fucking false. It is obviously not a top tier deck. It's gotten a couple regional tops. You're not going to see it at a YCS most likely. But, you know, Diagram is good, and until they limit Diagram or like limit each of the True Kings, this deck is still gonna run. It absolutely is. Or I guess if they dropped Miscellaneousaurus to 0, but I don't think there's any real need to do that. So yeah, hope y'all have a good day. Honor the Big Daddy Dino, or True King. It's a worm. It's hot.